Hi everybody, I'm going to do a review on the Rainbow Kipper, and the artist and the author are Toni PUHLE and Stephen Bright. Stephen Bright is an absolutely magical author. He's also written several books, and I got to know him through the Spirit Within Tarot that I use with the transparent tarot, and this is the Spirit Within. Now, what I like about this deck is it is more or less black and white, but it is purple and white, and you can see the review that I've done on this deck in the playlist. Now, he's also very approachable. He has a Facebook page, and I'll put the link in the description so you can follow him and all his artwork. He's also making another new deck, but I do like the shadow decks, the simplicity of the shadow decks. And I'm going to do the Kipper Rainbow Kipper, and it is like you can compare it to the Lenormand, but it is a different system, and according to Stephen, what I understand, he finds it more simplified than Lenormand, but it is a German system. So he has simplified it with color coding, as you can see by the book, with Toni. Toni is a girl, and she was born in Sheffield in England in 1975, and has studied and researched the traditional system of Lenormand, Kipper and the Gypsy cards in England, France and Germany. Toni is founder of the World Divination and Association and the author of the Card Geek's Guide to Kipper Cards. Now, this is a very young photo of Stephen, because he's much better looking when you see the photos on Facebook, and he's the artist, and he was born in 1972. He's a creator of Spirit Within Tarot, also published by Shiver Red Feather, and is also the author of Tarot, Your Personal Guide, Wellfleet Books 2018. Having always been a keen writer, Stephen has written for numerous periodicals and the co-founder of Esoterical magazine, and that came out 2 years ago, and it is a super hit. Now, this is what the book looks like, and this is the box. It's magnetized. You can see samples of the cards. It says traditional and contemporary art merge in this magnificent color coded Kipper card set, designed for future telling with ease. Explore your day-to-day environment with the Rainbow Kipper and never be confused regarding what events will occur. Each of the 36 cards, like the basic and the standard of Lenormand, also 36, are described in accompanying handbook, delving into people's movement, connectors and cause and effect. Now, I'm a little bit scared and apprehensive. I've been playing around with it, but I'm going to start doing videos, private videos, so if you want to learn, you can watch the videos, but it will be done for the group. I'm thinking about it. I don't know whether I'm going to make a group on YouTube, but that's the idea I've been playing with for months. It costs $24.99 US dollars. I'll leave the ISBN number also in the description box. It is got the sign of red feather, so definitely beautiful. At last, a modern Kipper deck that enables the beginner to get to grips with the essentials of definition in a clear and colourful way. Toni PUHLE and Stephen Bright have paved the way, bringing an old European tradition to a new audience. Kathleen Matthews, author of the Complete Lenormand Oracle Handbook. So I hope it's going to be easy for me to learn this. This is a different system, but I'm always open to developing. But you know that I've been doing podcasts, so this I will start somewhere in September. And this is what the cards look like. So we've got color codes. Now I'm just going to read the introduction. This is the book. It's very colorful. It's got colorful photos. Again, the photos are made easier because they've been kept simple, and they're shadow. I call them shadow, or they look like negatives. Right. So let's. You've also got spreads. You've also got the main character, the description of the main characters, framed main characters. So that is that. These are all the cards. Kipper coloring. Let's have a look. I did see somewhere what the colors mean. Okay. Framed main characters. And main characters and relationships. You've got the green. The green means people. Also, you've got the red cards, and they're the stop cards. Then you've got the blue cards, and they mean change, journey, gift. The red cards is letter, win lots, good outcome, his thoughts, house, living room. So that is the different cards and their meanings, but they will be explained explicitly. Pink are the connectors, yellow is cause and effect, and that is the color coding. Okay. Reading Rainbow Kipper is chapter 2, so that will explain. Then you've got one card daily, understanding fortune, daily spread with fortune, Kipper spreads, that's chapter 3. Situational spreads, what it is, spread, journey, and fatality and conclusion. So there is also a preface. I won't go into the reading of this too deep. I'll just do the first paragraph because otherwise it's too long to load up. But the first video, when I unpacked it and everything, went wrong. It was stalling all the time, so that's why I have to do it like this. Rainbow Kipper has been created with the reader in mind. The Bavarian Kipper reading method has transcended generations of readers in Germany and is the system that emerges the reader in a situational storyboard world, one that highlights the peaks and the troughs of daily life in 21st century. I've been researching and teaching Kipper cards in Bavaria for over a decade, and the system will never cease to amaze me with its succinct and direct messages. Right. So when teaching Kipper, it became clear that the directional nature of the cards was not easy for the students to memorize. Readers with tarot background expect the same level of visual cues in the Kipper deck. I noticed that the students had marked their Kipper decks to clearly note the directional cues of each card. As a Lenormand Gypsy card and tarot reader myself, it seemed natural to analyze the differences in the systems and also consider what would make life easier for the beginner and advanced readers alike. And that's why I wanted to do this. And also a friend of mine in America has the deck, and he was called the Hermit's Cave, but he's our Dean. Okay, so Dean Rice, and I hope to go into this deck with him. This is the backing, and this is the person cards. The main character is the man, and then we've got the woman in the main character. I'll put them down like this because we've let me see, we've also got the main character, the woman, and we can see it is an American African or African, and the European woman. We've got the European man, and I thought they were all together. They are. The groups are together. So let me just get to the groups. This is the American African or the African man. And this is what I mean. The colors and the numbers don't coincide. You will see what I mean when I'm going through them. But I've already made my first mistake. Facing man to man is the main character, and the female with the main character. If the female is facing like this, is female querent with female partner. If this is the case, then you've got the male querent with the male partner. Now, if it is, let me see, we've got the African or the other culture with the lady, then we've got a male querent with a female querent. Okay, and if we have if it's like this, then it's the male querent with a female partner. If this is the case, in the same way, it can be a male character is the female querent and the male partner. Okay, we've also got this one. Apparently the African American or the African person, that is the main character. This is number 2 or 1 as well. Number 2 is the female. I still find it very different. This is the male querent and with a male partner. Okay, if we've got this, then it is the female querent with a female partner. Okay, so it's a lot like the but I like the I'm used to the Lenormand, so I like the Lenormand, and I'll show you what I mean. Just let me get my Lenormand. Now here you can see that what I like about, he's so open-minded that he's used other nationalities and he's depicted the other nationality. And in the normal Lenormand, it's all European people, so you don't get different nationalities. So what I like learning is, it will be difficult, that it is done for you. If the man does appear, then you know it could be a different nationality. And with Lenormand, it's left neutral. You can see whether somebody is coming in, and you'll have to feel or see from other cards whether they are different nationalities. So that's an extra. Also, we don't have the pips, or I don't know what they're called here, but the cartomancy on the cards of the KIPPER deck. So that is some of the difference. So they're much simpler than the pips and the cartomancy besides the Lenormand. So I'll have to really do my best to understand this deck. Also, they're categorized in color, as they're color coded, so it takes me back like the suits, but it isn't suits, if you know what I mean. But it is used, I believe, what I've been reading, as a suit. So it gives you the position of the framed people. Then if you've got character 1, that's the main character. 1 is always the person for whom you are reading when male. If you querent is female, main character 1 is the partner card. Okay, so this could be then the partner card if it lies like this. And this is what I'm going to go through. Do you take the cards out? Things like that. I will be experiencing that when I'm doing the episodes on the cards. Now you've also got positions, and this is in both cases for male and female. Position 1 is thoughts, represents the thoughts. Position 2, feelings, embodies feelings. Position 3, unfortunate, represents the negative situation. Position 4, fortunate, represents the positive. So you've got the negative and the positive, and it represents the position or the situation. Then you've got advice. The best positions of the main card 2 is determined by whether cards fall behind or ahead of the card. Well, that's a lot like Lenormand and Tarot. But I'll be going through that. And like I said, you've got green people. Now I'm going to get the green people. And the first person we have is the good gentleman. It is very, very, I'm going to take these away, put them there. We've got the good gentleman, and the good gentleman, I'll just read as an example. We've also got the good lady. That could be a mother and a father, I presume, or it could be somebody that you love, somebody's the rich girl. Then we've got the rich gent, and then we've got the infant. So this is what I will be learning about the difference. This could be a grandmother as well, or a mother-in-law, I take it. But that is what we'll be learning in the series. We are social creatures, and whether we prefer to have a close-knit band of friends or a wide range of peripheral players, we interact daily, both online and outside. The Kipper people cards perform a variety of duties. In a spread, they can highlight the lives of family members, friends, colleagues and neighbors, while simultaneously covering situations in which we feel supported, tricked or just playful. Each Kipper person, with the exception of the main characters, brings their aura into the spread, which is built on their core character. The reader must determine whether the card represents a person in the querent's life or an aura in a situation. It's a lovely way of saying it. So there you go. So it could be a person that's mainly in your life, or that could be coming into your life, or could be in a situation. That is how I would interpret it. It's really down to earth, that as well. So now we're going to the red people. So let's have a look. It explains that the rich girl, I'm fun and sociable and happy to be friends. And then you've got the definition, the placement, the daily advice, the positive aura and the negative aura. Okay. And you see that with every single one of them. And then we've got the red cards. And they, every story must have an end. Kipper stops cards, add punctuation to readings, and confirm when a story stalls or will add the final piece of the jigsaw. So that's the red cards. This is the green cards. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put down the red cards, and that's really clear with the red background, or the cognac color background. Those are the red cards. Then we've got another group, and I'll be discussing and telling you what all these cards are. Now I don't know whether I can get them all onto the tablecloth. So and I can't, so I might have to do it this way. Okay, let's have a look. Put that one there. Sorry about that, guys. Ah, we can get them all on. Okay. You see what I mean by shadows? I just so clear. It keeps it simple. You don't get distracted by other cards. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 15 cards. So we've got the letter. Well, that means obviously news. Then we've got win lots. So this could be taking a gamble, I presume. I'm just reading them intuitively now. This could be take a gamble or don't gamble, depending on what card comes back. Good outcome means great results. People dancing for joy, love, peace, the cup. And then it means that your chalice will be running over. His thoughts, so it could be thinking or pondering or depressed. This reminds me a little bit of the Four of Cups. And then we've got the house. That means isolation, I suppose. Buying a house, selling a house, flipping a house. Something where you feel at home. Then you've got the living room. Now, this could be a debate, I suppose. People coming together to meetings. I don't know. I'm just shouting it out. Military person. Could be people in uniform. Then we've got the court. Judicial situation. High honors. I've read through the book, but I still can't remember what they mean. High honors, so this could be diplomas, qualifications. Great fortune, this could be like the Ten of Cups or the sun, the rainbow is in the back. Unexpected money coming in. Prison, authorities, sorrow, loss, work, career. And then we've got great water. Now I don't know what great water means, but I'll just read a little bit of every story. So I've read that, every story, and it will confirm when the story stalls and will add the final piece of the jigsaw. If many red cards are clustered together, it will describe a situation that is not moving anywhere fast. The pace slows for the querent, and attention should be given to add a little extra determination to a specific life area. So that could be career or gambling or happiness, love, things like that. So it's going to be really exciting. Just let me see what number 36 is, because number 36 is great water. So I don't know whether that means depth. Okay, so let me see. Or jumping in the deep end. My imagination is already working overtime. Now let me see. Number 36. Hope, great water. I'm where you are heading, where you belong, and where you should strive to be. Hope, great water, is a symbol of a perfect ending. It is a goal that we wish to achieve, a sign of attainment. Our material ambitions will be reached, and we will experience fulfillment on every level when this card presents itself. Hope, great water, is the end of a long way. Card 35. This is card 35. I don't know. Number 35. What's that? And that's what we all have to learn. Card 35 is a long way. Okay, so if you've got number long way is the 35. So okay, this is the place where the Kipper story comes to a perfect ending, with fireworks and a sense of satisfaction that we have made it. The game of life has been won, and whatever comes afterwards, gliding above highlight our happy ever after. Our dreams are waiting on the horizon. We can taste them if we try. So this is like the Ten of Cups, the sun, things like that. Happy ever after. So that is beautiful. So that's the red lot. I hope you're enjoying this little review. It's not straightforward because they don't sync numbers, or the numbers don't follow, because they've got different suits, colored suits. Okay, so we've got the blue, and the blue means, let's have a look, is movement. Well, that's quite simple. We've got the road, passing on, and we've got the bus and the car. So we've got change, journey, gift, long way. In direct contrast to our stop cards, the movement cards in KIPPER deck provide a flow that creates a direction for the reader to follow. Each movement card is unique in its direction nor cues, and can swiftly transport the querent from one life situation to somewhere they would not consider. So you could be traveling, you could be commuting, you need to move on, pass something on. So it is quite easy to already imagine what journey you need to take. Long is going to be a long way to get to your goals. Somebody could be helping you or giving you a gift. It could be a journey or a change in career or on your path. Now we have the pink cards. They look more purple to me, but never mind. And there's only 4. So now we're going on to the pink cards. And pink are the connectors. So you connect, this could be a love relationship or partnership in business. Convey. Now let me see what convey means. Marriage. I love to be together, hanging out with those I respect, whom we choose to spend time with. Shows a lot about our personality. Conveys, indicates a warm and fuzzy time spent with people who deserve our undivided attention. So marriage could be coupling up, who you spend your time with. This is official people, municipalities, court official, can be municipalities, institutions. I would also use this for lawyers, advocates, and I also feel that's like a teacher with a pupil, but we'll get to that when we learn our cards. Life is a series of moments, most often connected. There are 4 pink connectors in the rainbow KIPPER. They highlight the connections between situations or between cards to help explain the situation more fully. Connector cards pull the flanking cards into the storyline. We can see longer stories developing where the connector cards form, and they can suggest situations that are being dragged out, negative or positive, for longer than we had expected. It is important to read 3 cards, the connector and the ones on either side of it, as one situation, and to try to understand whether the cards flanking are highlighting a closeness, bond, attachment, down patch, or even arguments. So it sounds all easy, but you've got a lot of information to learn and to hold in your brain. Okay, we've got destiny, and these are the yellow cards. It looks more like green to me. Look, and this is where I made a mistake when I was rummaging around in them. That's green, and this is yellow. So they should have made the green a little bit brighter or more pepperminty. So that will be, for me, it will be hard learning, and anybody that's colorblind. Okay, I always try to think of everything. Now the pink one, the yellow ones are the cause and effect. So what's the cause? Worry. Is somebody wearing a mask? Dishonesty. Sad news. Fatality. Could be death, could be an ending, could be closure. Theft. This reminds me of the Seven of Swords. Also expectation. Okay. Gloomy thoughts, depression. Well, these two are to me similar. Okay. Cause and effect. There are 6 causes and effect cards in the Rainbow Kipper. Each card shows a challenging situation for the querent, but when supported by a surrounding card, leaves the reader in no doubt as to why this will happen and to what end. The cause and effect cards are challenging by nature, whether dishonest or just empathic. This presence shows situations in which the querent will want to determine what is going to make something happen and what in their lives will be affected when many yellow cards fall in clusters. We will see convoluted storylines. Events will lead to new scenarios, causing a ripple effect, the magnitude of which depends on how many yellow cards are in the cluster. Now we'll most probably find the answers, what 3 yellow cards means in a cluster or something like that. The yellow cards are split into 2 sections depending on whether the cause of the situation is shown and entering either from the left or the right of the card. So that is, it sounds complicated, but I'm sure it is simple. But it's a lot of information to remember what each card means. So learning is always difficult, so we just have to cross the threshold. And then we've got the reading Rainbow Kipper, setting intention. So intention is the key to success. And we've got just 1 card. Okay. Begin your Kipper journey by asking for a daily card to cover the situational themes that are important to you. These could concern work, relationships, love, health, or any distinction therein. Shuffle the deck and lay 1 card. The coloring, card coloring, directional clues, and the core meaning, for example. So let's have a look. I usually do a reading, but since I don't know the system, it's hard for me to do a reading. I'm not going to make a fool of myself, although I can already feel the energy of the cards coming in. They feel good, and it's most probably because I love the author. I'm used to the tarot, the spirit within, and it doesn't distract you from any other pictures in the card. Okay, we're going to pick 1 card, and we've got a yellow card, expectation. So now let's have a look. 1 card, consider coloring. So it's yellow, so we're going to the yellow cards. Now it would have been nice to see the colors on top so that you can just open up. Okay, so I'm going to see whether that is most probably red. No, I can't see it properly. It would have been handy. So let's have a look. You do have it on top, so there you go. Yellow, no, it's red. It's red. No, it doesn't coordinate. Come on. Ah, here we are. We've got number 28. 33. Expectation, he's planning most probably something for the future. Okay, now let's have a look. The one card reading. I'm just going to try to find the page where we... Right, so we've got expectation card, and then the first advice is card coloring. It is yellow, so yellow is cause and effect, right? I show your dreams and deeper desires, the desires and aspirations from the foundation of our wish fulfillment. Dreams are our focus, and we plot our course, hoping to turn our visions into certainty. When expectation is in a spread, we have a question whether we are acting on our desires or simply waiting and hoping that what we wish for will come true. The card can arise when we are watching, waiting and patiently passing time, but failing to act on that which we desire. Expectation can show time spent in a bubble, and without direction. Dreams and aspirations are wonderful motivators, but if we do not act, we do not achieve. So he's a dreamer, he's stuck in his head, mulling things over. He might be stationary, so what should we do? We should come into action. Okay, the placement. Okay, directional cues. The card placed to the right of expectation will show you, no, I'm not doing this, this is just one card, so he's facing to the right. Okay, daily advice. Expectations, aspirations are the key word. Wait, prospect, patience, anticipation. The negative meaning is a long wait, apathic, boredom, laziness. The daily messages: take your time to consider what it is you really desire. You may not achieve a great deal today except to dream, but consider ways in which you might plan for things you would like to accomplish. And that is the core meaning. So think before you act. Meditate, contemplate and evaluate. So definitely, and don't expect the unexpected. That's also what I would say, and that's my intuition kicking off. Okay, so that is the core coloring, directional cues and the core meaning. Now it could be, to me this looks like a person around 30 to mid 50s, because she's got a fully grown body, but I don't know whether we should take that in consideration. But like I said, I read the basics, get a feel of the cards, but it's a mature person thinking about things, waiting for a promotion or something. My feelings just go boom with this deck, and it's already speaking and I don't know anything. But it's also got different layers. You've got convey, change, that's the what is it spread, journey and work. That's the 4-card reading. Then you've got another 5-card reading. This is the situational spread, and it's daily spread with fortune. Okay, I love it. I hope you do too, and I hope you're going to follow me with, once I'm going to start doing the KIPPER series. So this is going to be exciting. I've been waiting for this for a long time, but I want to finish my book first. The second one is on its way, by the way. So great stuff. Let's have a look with the lady. Put it with him, her, you. And this is the box. Wow. I hope you have enjoyed this review, and I hope to see you in the review and in the live, of course. Have a lovely day.